Good day, ladies and gents. Jamie T, personal trainer here, and here with another cardio blast. Again, we are going to go in the same format of 1 minute on with 1 minute rest. What I'm going to do is going to explain the exercises to give you that thorough understanding, and then we are going to get into the little cycle of 1 minute on, 1 minute rest. So your first exercise we're going to do is in lower body, but it's kind of going to work everywhere and get that heart rate significantly going. It's going to be a kettlebell swing. So your kettlebell weight you can use between 8 to 16 kilograms. When you are doing your kettlebell swing, you can stand here with the weight to your heels. If you can't do a kettlebell swing, you want to keep your back straight there. If you hit the kettlebell, squeeze your bum, not coming through too far. Then bring it down to your heels. What I want you to try if you can is weight to your heels, back straight, swing through your legs, all the way drop to 90, and squeeze your bum. Your hands want to go up to about chest height, drop through your hips, and squeeze your bum through. Squeeze your bum at the top to protect your lower back. And drop through. It doesn't have to be too crazy. More focus on getting that hinge movement rather than rushing through it and potentially injuring yourself. Just make sure when you are at 90 degrees here, you are squeezing your bum here and not coming through too much. So you want to come through to about there to your hip stomach and not come too far through to feel that in your lower back. That's exercise number 1. Exercise number 2 is your bike sprint. So first off, you want to make sure that the seat is in line with about your hip bone. You can adjust this at the back here. Just go forward and down here. When you're in your saddle, you want to make sure you've got a slight bend in your leg. So if I cycle around here, at the bottom, I should make sure I've got a slight bend in my leg. Now your elbows down, your chest up tall. We're going to aim for 100 RPM in your squeeze. If we're cycling around here, back straight, we're aiming for 100 RPM. Now we can make this harder by turning the resistance up in a clockwise direction, making sure that we can comfortably keep over 100. If we go about 110, we need to turn our resistance up a little bit more. If you find to get to 100 hard, you can turn your resistance down, quarter turn to make it a little bit easier. And you're going to go for a minute, okay? And that's your little cycle. So you're doing a minute of kettlebell swings with a minute rest. Then you are doing a minute at 100 RPM on your bike, making sure if you need to make the resistance harder, turn it up in a clockwise direction, okay? Making sure your chest is up tall, your back straight when you are doing this, okay? Excited to get into this. Hope you enjoy this one. If you've got any questions with any of the exercises, please feel free to let me know, and I'll do my best to give you all alternatives. I hope you enjoy today's session. Again, making sure you are hinging so that weight is into your heels and your back's going straight. Kettlebell thumbs are literally coming to your bum, squeezing your bum there and making sure we're not going through, coming there to your feel it. This is going to be a 30-minute workout. Your chest up tall, your back straight. Aim to keep on 100 RPM or above. Again, if you're below 100, you need to turn your resistance down. If you're above 110, you need to turn, or if you're above 100 easily, you need to turn your resistance down. So for that last minute, I did 25 resistance. Now, it didn't feel that hard. So I think the next one, I'm going to take up to 30% resistance. These are the spin bikes on the gym floor. So once you get it, you can turn your resistance up. It's a little bit different to the ones in the studio, but they're still really good bikes, okay? So I'm taking up by 5% for my next time round. And again, this workout lasts a total 30 minutes. So it's a really good supplement to what you're currently already doing, all right? Remember, chest up tall, driving those legs, keep that back nice and straight. Leg got a slight bend in it. Okay, let's go. So I use level 30% resistance. A little bit more challenging, but I can still do it. So I'll try 35 next one. I did 0.3 miles, just so you've got an idea. But again, don't worry too much about that. Just make sure you're working on getting the resistance challenge in you and also making sure that on both the kettlebells and the bike, make sure you are not working the muscles and not feeling in a negative manner, all right? But again, it's more the time and the exercise combination that will get the heart rate going. Although that will work lower body and kind of a bit of core, you'll feel it holding your arms and your upper body as well, especially if you've done a few sets. So that's why I said females try 8. You might want to try a bit more. Males try 16 because it might be all right now, but towards the end of it, it could get quite hard, okay? The next resistance on my bike, I'm going to try 35%. Kind of getting there now, but I'm going to try a little bit more for the next one. We're going to go to 40%. But I feel like we're getting quite close to where we kind of need to be at with that resistance, okay? But next set, we'll try 40% resistance. Again, keep with the same weight kettlebell, 8 to 16 kilograms. If you feel like you honestly can do more, go for it. But believe me, it is quite a tricky exercise to master the technique. But just remember, when you're doing it, you're not coming through too far. When you're coming down here, you keep your back up going straight to your glutes, squeeze your bum, don't look too far. So keep it in your core and not your lower back. And you're dropping into your hips at 90, keeping the kettlebell really close, squeezing your glutes on the way up. That's the main coaching point, all right? Are we ready to go again? Back straight, chest up, drop into your hips. Let's go. Squeeze your glutes. Perfect. All the way back and through. And that kettlebell's not coming too high, just coming to about chest high. Okay? Reason why we do that is when you don't go too high, you can keep it in your stomach muscles. Again, not pushing too far through. So we're nearly getting there. Like my resistance in my legs feels like it's worked a bit, but we're not quite there. So I'm going to try 40% on my resistance. I'm pretty sure that will get to a point where my quads are working. If you do feel on your knees, your lower back, remember when you are cycling, try to keep your back straight, corner nice and tight. If you feel your knees, maybe turn down your resistance, or we need to adjust your seat a little bit to make it higher, lower, forwards, or backwards. All right. Yeah, 40% legs, we're really feeling it. Again, that works in miles, so you want to be aiming for about 0.2 to 0.4 miles within the minute. Okay. We'll do your kettlebell swings this next set and tell you how many you should be aiming for within a minute, just to see that we're doing it in a nice controlled fashion. And we're not rushing through it, all right? Because we don't want to rush through it, because that could potentially lead to injuries, okay? It is about getting your heart rate going, but it's also about making sure we do it safely, okay? You've got to remember those things. Safety is paramount, all right? Around about 30 to 40 swings within the minute. So we don't need to go too fast. Just keep at a solid pace, okay? So 30 to 40 swings within that minute, between 8 to 16 kilograms, okay? If you're doing over, maybe your resistance is too light. Maybe you need it a bit more challenging. You want to have some resistance. But if you're doing under 30, maybe your resistance is too heavy. Take it down. It's not necessarily about weights and this, it's just getting your heart rate going, okay? Remember on this one, we're doing 0.2 to 0.4 miles, between 20 to 40% resistance. 6 minutes, sorry, 12 minutes ago. So I'll show you an example. So I'm doing 16 kilograms and we'll try to do heavier next set. And let's see if I can still get the 30 to 40 reps out. This next set, try 20, see how we go. Weight to my heels, back straight. 1, 37. So I'm still hitting that range. So for me, that weight will be fine. But if it is starting to hurt my back, my lower back, my knees, maybe the weight is taking more control of me and I can't control my body. So when you're feeling that in your core, the backs of your legs, obviously your arms are holding the kettlebell, so it will give you that resistance. Bit of your upper back because you don't want it to slouch. So it's going to work quite a lot of muscles, which are going to give you that high calorie burn. All right. So the next one we've got 40, 20 to 40%, aiming to 0.3 miles per minute, 100 RPM. Okay. Oh, get hard now. It's just mad what you can do with not a lot of equipment. It's a prime example. You don't need loads of equipment. Don't know what you're doing with that. All right. Ah, go back onto 16s with my kettlebells for you. Again, we're able to try achieve 30 to 40 reps. Okay. Oh, taking now. We've got 34 out then. Absolutely bruising. Nearly there, people. Quite bruising, isn't it? Get ready. Ah, that is your cardio workout done. 30 minutes. Hope it was, hope it was hard for you today. Hope you enjoyed it. Drop me any questions if you do have any. Make sure you have warmed up before, which I'm pretty sure you already have. Make sure you do cool down at the end, whether that's stretching, whether that's foam rolling. Make sure you do cool down because that is quite intense. And if you need any help with it or got any questions with it, please feel free to let me know. Thanks for tuning in. I wish you all an absolutely amazing day. Thank you.